Hey guys, Gage here with 12 Gauge Tactical. Today I want to talk a little bit about like a college student EDC bag. Now this bag is one I take with me to school. Around the school we have a creek, a little wooded area, stuff like that. So I definitely spend a lot of time there, and you'll see some of these items come through, when I'm showing you the bag. There's a lot of things that if I wasn't on a campus like that around the creek that, maybe wouldn't belong in an EDC bag. But, this is what I have, and dive on in and I'll show it all to you. Alright guys, first thing I want to show you is what's actually on my person anytime I'm pretty much anywhere, whether it's school or not. So, of course I've got a little pocket folder. I believe this came from Walmart. Just a cheap little knife, but it does everything I need it to do. Opens boxes and cuts zip ties and a little bit of stuff in the woods, but I don't really use it for a whole lot. So for me, a cheap little Walmart blade works perfect. And I've got several other pocket knives. I kind of swap it up on a daily basis. But college budget, you get a college budget knife. Alright, next thing, I like to keep a couple bandanas on me. Sweat rag, head covering, wipe down computer screens, whatever. Just bandanas are some of the most useful things you can have, so I always keep a couple of them on me. And of course my wallet. Everybody needs a wallet, nothing really fancy about it. In my wallet I do, however, if I can get it out with one hand, do carry around this little wallet card. You've probably seen them in other videos. It was given to me as a gift, but I think I've seen them around at Walmart for like $1, $1.50. Bottle opener, can opener, saw blade, couple different wrenches and stuff like that. So just a simple little thing. And I don't really ever use it, but I guess I have used the bottle opener a time or two. Alright, and of course car keys. And now later on in the pack you'll see that I don't carry any sort of flashlight. What I do have is this little Swiss Gear pocket light here. Or Swiss Tech, my bad. It's just a neat little push button light. You can see it's not the brightest thing in the world, but it does everything I need it to. I keep a better pack in the car. If I'm ever out at night, I can grab a better flashlight. But just for getting in the house, lighting up the keyhole, looking inside my pack, anything like that, this little light works perfect. I think I picked it up at Home Depot for $7 or so. So awesome purchase. Highly recommend having a little something on your keys. And then here I have just an expandable baton. It's an off-brand, nothing too fancy. Picked it up at a gun show for about $20. It's something I've looked into the laws, and this is something I can carry on campus, whereas you can't carry a firearm or anything like that. On my particular campus, in my particular state, I can carry this. So, but before you carry anything like a weapon, firearm, or even like a pocket knife, make sure you look into your local laws and stuff like that. And then the thing a lot of people overlook is a good belt. Now I do keep the baton and stuff on my belt, and when I can, I have a firearm and stuff on my belt. So I like to make sure I have a quality belt. Now this here is a 511 brand belt. Good, solid, rigid, won't crush, won't bend. You can tighten it up as tight as you need. It's got the metal belt buckle. They have one that's a plastic belt buckle, but I wanted to make sure I had metal. That way, in case I wanted to use it as a gear tie or something like that, I could hold a large amount of weight. So, just another belt. Alright, and then let me move some stuff over and I'll show you what else I got. Alright guys, this here's my electronics compartment. So this is probably the single most used compartment in my book bag. More so than probably my laptop, my textbooks, all the time getting in this bag. So what I've just got a portable little charger here, picked up at Walmart for less than $10. The charging cord that came with it, just to power this up. Little USB flash drive. I don't know if you can see there, it's a little 4 gig drive. Headphones. Power for my phone. And then this here's a neat thing. It's a solar powered phone charger. So you just kind of let this sit out in the sun and it charges up, or you can plug it in using this same cord here and power it up with an outlet or whatever. But you let this charge up, you can get about 2 full charges of your cell phone, and then you turn it on, it tells you how full it is. You can hold this button down and you get a little light. So this thing is really neat. You know, the battery lasts a good while. You know, if you just charge it up one time and leave it sitting in a pack, it lasts a pretty good while without dying down. And if it does start to die down or whatever, you just hold it out in the sun or even a bright light and it charges up. I mean, you can see right here that green light's on. That means it's charging right now. And all I have here is just a bright light bulb shining on it, and it's charging right now. So that's a neat thing. And then I just store it all in this little Ziploc bag. Keep it nice and organized, easy to get to. Alright, and these are just some other items. I always keep an umbrella in there. If you watched my last video, I kind of talked about the importance of an umbrella, and you know, always good to stay dry, keep your electronics dry, stuff like that. Generally, I'm out wearing a ball cap, keep the sun off me, just to look cool, support law enforcement. So, the ball cap. And then this here is just my first aid kit. I keep it stocked. It's just basically a boo-boo kit, nothing really more fancy than that. Up front, I've just got a CPR mask, some EMT shears. My front pocket here just has some tape, some medications, burn cream, antibiotic ointment, stuff like that. My back pouch just has basic band-aids, a little bit of gauze, nothing fancy, just some 2x2s, and I think I have a couple 4x4s and some like oval eye pads and a triangular bandage. So nothing real major, just kind of handle the minor injuries and stuff like that. But I end up using this kit a lot, so definitely something you should always keep on you is a good, well-stocked first aid kit. Whether you're a college student or just putting together an EDC bag, always, always, always keep a good first aid kit on you, whether it's for you or for somebody else. Alright, and another kit I've got made up is this is my survival kit. Now this here goes in whatever bag I'm carrying, whether it's, you know, my school bag. If I'm going hiking, this goes with me. If I had to bug out or use a get home bag or something, this bag would go with me. So let me go ahead and open it up, throw the contents out, and show you what I got. Alright guys, so there's the content of my survival kit all laid out. So I've got an emergency blanket. This is a 2-person emergency blanket made by Lifeline. I picked it up at a well-known sporting goods store. I can't remember which one. They were going out of business in my area, so I picked it up for a really good deal. So it's thick. It's the yellow on one side, thicker, kind of like a tarp, but not quite as thick. And it's got the Mylar on the inside to really keep in all your heat. Because it's 2-person, and is a little bit thicker than your average cheap Mylar blanket. You can use it for shelter, kind of string it up like a tarp, wrap in it to stay warm, whatever you got to do. So I've got that kind of covering shelter and to keep warm. And then in addition, I've got, of course, a roll of Gorilla Tape here. This is just wrapped around an old used gift card or something like that. I don't know if it was a gift card or what it was, but it was just an old card. That's about half a roll or so of good high quality Gorilla Tape. And then here I've got a paracord bracelet, just a little Bic lighter, and some rubber bands. So I've got cordage, a little bit extra cordage, and then my lighter just fits so perfect in there that I had to put it. And then here, continuing on that whole fire theme, I've just got a fire steel, a striker, and then inside is filled with jute twine that I can unfold, and it catches a spark really, really easily. And then I've got a Swiss Army type multi-tool, scissors, knife, saw, all that kind of good stuff. A buck folding pocket knife, just a Sharpie, compass, just Ziploc bag for collecting water or whatever you got to do. And then this here is a neat little match container. You can get your whistle, got a compass. If you open it up, you've even got a little signal mirror. You can see there. And of course, I've got it full of matches, and I have a striker in there for those matches, which has got that little striker on the side here, but I just don't really like it. So I prefer to cut up a box and keep the striker. And then right here, I have a bag full of cotton balls soaked in Vaseline. So it's an awesome fire tinder. Burns for a while, lights pretty easily. So I always keep some of this with me for starting fires. And then that is my little survival kit. Alright, continuing on the survival gear, I've got in a different pouch a little bit of paracord with a cheap carabiner, which is actually a broken carabiner. But this is what I use to hang my pack. You know, I get to a tree or whatever, I just hang my backpack up. And then I've got some extra paracord, about 25 feet each roll, camo and black. A little fixed blade dive knife, pretty cheap, picked it up at wildbillwholesale.com. Awesome website. They got a lot of really good prices. A lot of their knives and stuff aren't the best quality, kind of some cheap stuff. But recently they started adding a whole like outdoor camping survival section. They got a lot of Maxpedition bags at some pretty decent prices. So definitely check them out and hopefully get you some good deals on stuff. And then water. The one thing missing out of my other survival kit was a good way to purify water. So here I've got the Sawyer Mini, and I'll try to get a review of this coming out later. I actually haven't tested this out yet. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but so I'll make sure when I test it out, I'll review it and let you guys know what I think about it. But you got the water filter. It comes with this little container and a little straw there where you can drink directly from the source. So, and it also comes with a thing to backflow and clean out the filter, but I don't keep that with me. It's something I only plan on doing, you know, whenever I get home or something like that. And then I've got my metal Stanley water container here. I love this thing. It keeps my coffee nice and hot, keeps my Water nice and cold. It's all stainless steel except for this little lid here, so I can boil water, stuff like that if I had to. And then the last thing I've got is my double nest Eno, and I also have the straps for it. So this thing I love. String it up by the creek, hang out, study, whatever. I love one of these. Works as a good shelter if you had to, you know, camping or whatever. And just to hang out and relax in. Really comfy. Just really good hammock. And so guys, that is everything in this pack. If you like the video, go ahead and click the like button, subscribe, and I'll try to get some new videos out there for you. If you think I left anything out, go ahead and mention it in the comments. Anything you would add, take out, just your different opinions on it. Anything I can do to make my videos better, just go ahead and put it in the comments and let me know. Appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a good one.